Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting, another riveting, amazing Propagandacast with me, your host and Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda, hero of Psych Defender over the Fatherland, your very own Guardian Angel, off here to 2 vs 2 on rails and metals, bringing only you the finest propaganda. We got here in the north, Tomakaze and Lyconius fighting here for the German army, Deutschland forming up here for the... let's just say 24th Panzer Division launching a counterattack to throw back the Russians with Operation Bagration. In the south we got Tim and T, exclamation mark, we'll just call them T, with here the Soviet Union fighting ahead here with the 1st Mechanized Corps. We got Armored Assault, got Motor and Mechanized Support, more Armored Assault, Mechanized Support, and NKVD Rifle Disruption Tactics in a bold and brazen move there. Tomakaze's gone straight for breakthrough, or Durchbruch. And elite troops, Mechanized Assault and Jaeger Armour sit here with Lyconius. Mostly infantry with a few other bits scattered here and there. Double penal trooper starts here from both players. Standard stuff. Most tend to go for penal troopers since they are quite effective. And of course I'm up for scout cars and snipers, all forming up their own neat little package. Troops moving up in the west side, Stone Pines moving in the east. We got Engineers moving about as well. Here we got Grenadiers setting up with an MG42 there for Lyconius. Pioneers setting out. Up here we got troops, not much real happening here. We got a Kubak now, interesting enough here from Tomakaze. A bit of a peculiar choice versus the Soviets, who are very much known for going for penal troopers and lastly scout cars, which very much hunt kind of the Kubak. But clearly Tomakaze here is a bold believer. T, by the way, here has gone for the Armored Assault Doctrine, getting ready to shatter his enemies with the might of Stalin's sledgehammer. Tim, in the meanwhile, remains a bit reluctant to go into something similar to Lyconius, who is not quite sure which path to glorious NC he will take.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
Sturmpans against the east with a scout on the way there for T and Tim. Tim is a bit unsure of himself, having just retired from being a sorcerer. And now finding ourselves in the battlefields of World War II. Grammar the point here, sandbagging now. Briefly consider sandbags, but Tomakaze decides sandbag. Oh, actually, Steel Pines, that's probably barbed wire, actually, said he me. Yeah, Pioneers in better trouble, the penals up close. The Pioneers can do theoretically a bit of damage to the SPT-40s with the penal troops, they just completely outdo them. So a bit unfortunate here. Engineers being suppressed now on the way there for Tim to help deal with the machine guns of Lyconius. More Grenadiers for Lyconius, and more forces here for Tomakaze. Scout car there should arrive here for him. We got penal troops popping in also already. Let us see how Tomakaze responds to this bar of Russian aggression. Penal troops scout car Kuvan there. Well, penal troops back by the Grenadiers and the Kubelwagen. More troops pulling up here. We got a bit of support here from Tomakaze towards Lyconius in the west, though. He's about to get overwhelmed here as T strikes with his M3A1, a light scout car. Bit of shooting here, no Panzerfaust like Kidnappers does leave him a bit vulnerable here to the M3A1, quickly popping out, Engineers popping in. I imagine we'll be seeing a well-timed flamethrower upgrade there. In the east, he is quickly doubling back here to support them. Not entirely sure what the Kubak's going to do there. Maybe he had like a lot of them. Maybe he could somehow, you know, whittle it down, but otherwise I'd say that's kind of ambitious. Don't worry, Kameraden, I'm here to save you, but you're vulnerable to this thing. You're made out of cardboard and imitation iron. What's that anyways? I don't know. It kind of looks like it, but it's, I think, stale Belgian chocolate. Steering pass forward back, Kuban also rolling away. Floating about here, others being pushed away. We got trucks on the way there for Tomakaze to take up fast. Open up for those Panzerfausts. I mean, even the Panzerfausts do open up for the anti-tank rifle grenades. Are sometime more help dealing with that. Engineers versus the Volksgun is here. Lyconius is taking up fast as well. Like to make a nice company, probably for the 2 to help support as the scout car, but also imagine to, if he hasn't encountered something, well, he has to counter that one as well. So very fast take there for Lyconius, makes a lot of sense in the current circumstance. Meanwhile, flank about here with the Grenadiers sneaking about. Nice play here. Might also try and sort of catch the scout car off guard. Not a bad idea at all there. Nicely played here by Lyconius. Good battlefield awareness here against his opponents. Snipers creeping up, and penal troops there taking some man losses from something. We'll have to see what that is. Truck arriving there, moving ahead for Tomakaze. And the 24th Panzer Division Grenadiers burst away. Up north continued hand-to-hand fighting here between Tomakaze and T, as the Grenadiers from Lyconius try and pursue that scout, can't end it with a single Panzerfaust. And these lines are slightly buckling here as Tim is applying more pressure for the Motherland. Grenadiers doing what they can, but it is looking a bit dicey. And he goes for the flamethrower half deck. I mean, that also works as the infantry and of course the sniper, though it is less helpful versus the M3A1. But of course it might just be Lyconius' side, so he's just going to support a bit. maybe keep a bit of bay, and then of course leave it to his teammate. In this case, Panzerfaust almost took it out, but he lacks just a tad more damage to get the job done permanently. Scout car as well here for Tim. That's going to send leave the scout car for Lyconius, possibly a bit more of an imperative rather than giving you a suggestion. Since the flame for half tech, it's not going to be able to stop that as well. So double scout cars out here from the Soviets. Punch facility out here for Tomakaze, that's going for the Mechanized regiment. Not entirely sure how intends to stop that M301. Up here, skirmishing for the fuel point there. Lots of pressure, lots of aggression. I mean, there'll probably be a Lux rushed out here by Tomakaze. In fact, he's very close to it. He's got the fuel. He just needs the manpower and bring out the Lux Leichte Aufklärungspanzer. After you're going for the sniper, catching out there, anti-tank rifles on the way here for the penal troopers. And lots on the way there. He might even be willing to sacrifice it here. Of course, if he doesn't get the sniper kill... Oh, there we go. There we go. Flame for half take down. I don't think that was worth it, but of course... And I mean, you kind of should expect when the penalties were willing running towards the half take, they maybe were there, but then he's just going to replace the half track. He doesn't care. Lyconius knows he's got more half tracks ready to toss at the enemy. Looks on the way there for Tomakaze, back on the show basis. We got medics here for T, and I imagine the same for Tim, but no further take up here. Panzer facility for Tomakaze have yet to be upgraded with the G43s. Bit of aggression here, bit of holding up in positions that are a bit more difficult for Lyconius to clear out. His home half track they're arriving, and let's push forward here by Tomakaze against T. Scout covering about half track there, good to go. Will he ever be able to put that M301 out of its misery? How long will it take? It does. Looks should be about to be ready here for Tomakaze. Flame 5 minute. Going to use against the scout car. And there we go. Damage being inflicted. Casualties piling up. Panzerfaust off. Nope. Can't actually. Well, we can. But apparently didn't get around. Or maybe something bugged up. Who knows? Or glitched out. People was there. Close to Veterans U1. And we got mines up to catch up any German assaults. Nice work there by Tim. Thumbs up there. People are being burned up with a flame for half tech, being scorched horribly out in the open there. In the west, we got Lux in pursuit by anti-tank troops, and there you go. Lux gets the M301. Of course, the penal we got Tim here with mechanized support, calling in the guards, riflemen. Flame for half tech continues up this eastern advance. They're going to go for a wipe here. Anti-tank penals will certainly be a great thing for him to get rid of. Scout car though blocked. Oh, he gets them still. Nice bit of work there. Nice bit of work. That is then the sniper and a penal trooper scored down. In the end, they only got 1.5 attacks. I guess it's not all terrible here for Lyconius. Still a doctrine for him. In fact, he's now the only player without a doctrine, whereas most other players within 10 minutes have chosen something. So it would be nice if Lyconius would choose something as well. Going for the Pack 40. Panzer Abwehr only Filzig. Back here, healing reinforcement primarily here, and prepares for Tomakaze lacking medical supplies. Sniper moving out here, so we got sniper as well here for T. So they both end up with a sniper here, just a bit different in timing and sort of orders. Sniper they're getting hit on the false grenadiers. Fuel point they can easily fought over between Tomakaze and T. Now the player conceding match ground. And there you go, flame for half rolling, but he can caught here by the scout car filled with guardsmen. That's going to be that flame for half down. There's 2 flame for half down here for Tim. That is pretty good. And that scout car, I would say, has largely paid off. So, but there we go. We got the Lux moving in. Can he finish it? Take it out? Can he deny Tim and the first mechanized corps here all of its mobility? There we go. Panzerfaust off. There we go. Gasping the fire from the Lux. Not enough supporting troops nearby to help the Lux. I think there might be a chance they can lose. Got the Indians flanking them before. 2 nice flank here by Tim. Kim's moving from the other side. Needs to retreat the machine gun now. Grenadiers also need to consider relocating to less explosive position. There you go. Grenadiers being pushed back as well here. Machine gun barely escapes some tense stuff here. Looks half death, but also Veterans U1. 2 punch for this squad out here by way for Tomakaze. T's on the way there for Tim, and I imagine, yeah, T's also going to go for it. So far, very much mirrored Soviet strategies, even if they have slightly different orders. At times, they're both aiming for a lot of penal troopers, sniper, scout car, into T7. Sort of this, say, usual strategy at the moment that's very common in team games. Can put a lot of pressure, and of course it's very tricky to deal with since there's a lot of firepower and a lot of durability and high mobility. Plus, with the Puma's ability just quickly calling, you get anti-tank grabs as well. You can sort of shore up against light vehicles as well, reasonably nicely, making it much harder for the Germans to deal with that. Tomakaze with a Puma, which is interesting. I think it indicates he's going to go for the Jaeger. Try and stall into that, which I'm not a huge fan of, obviously. I'm never a huge fan of just stalling into the big stuff. But if you can pull it off, I mean, it can work, I guess. That causes begs the question of what's Lyconius aim from. He's obviously not be going for Jaeger Armour and an elephant himself. That leaves other mechanized assault or elite troops. In which case, you're going to make more use of mechanized assault sooner. And I know elite troops can still benefit with G for the feast for his grenadiers. Maybe some stormtroopers. And I guess the Tiger is going to be a fun option here. Push for the centre and the east and the west. The Russians on the full offensive again versus the Germans. And he's coming to a third flame for half trick here. I feel like Lyconius might be going a bit silly here. I feel like a third flame for half trick is a bit much. I mean, that's a lot of fuel on it. I mean, well, 90 fuel. But also just all the munitions on the flamethrower upgrade. I can't help but feel that's a bit much. I mean, he's not exactly getting stuff in to help deal with the tanks. Just allow him to pull any edge. Otherwise, when usually in these situations, you kind of want to pull for fast, you know, tanks. Maybe write some Panther Force fast or something. But in this case, he's trying to bait into the Telemine, but it's not quite working out here for Lyconius. Nice attempt, though, nice attempt, but sadly not good enough. Tim with more guards to make up for loss. Got the Puma in. Guards there's a press inside the trenches. There we go. Puma's got the T7 Luke's coming out the flank here. Nice supporting move here by Tomakaze, even as he's losing the western fuel point again here to T's assault. Though, of course, he doesn't have a lot of infantry to block it up, so better send the light vehicles where they can do more damage. Good prioritization, I'd say, there by Tomakaze. Lyconius remains without a doctrine. Back here we get healing reinforcement going on there for Tomakaze. Looks very, very close to Veteran 2. Sorts of reinforcement, preparing for the next big push here for Das Vaterland. As for Lyconius, no attack up. We got a medic bunker up there, rather delayed. Flame for after they're done as well. Back in the ration basis, nothing further happening. We got a support company up here for T, looking at their first sort of said, oh, our real divergence. They briefly thought that was also a support company, but note they are diverging here. Whereas Tim, of course, focused on the guardsman. T is going to go for support weapons to back himself up here. For now, though, Maxims, no field guns. Mind you, the field guns will very much be happening eventually. Are getting blasted. Big infantry push here by Tomakaze, backed up by his light vehicles. And we even got here Lyconius behind, supported with a Flampanzerwagen, scouring the front lines for anything Russian, purging the flanks. And the south mine goes off here, killing a few Volksgrenadiers. T-Suming putting up a bit of a flank there and sending it back. Small chance of wiping the Pumas would be helpful. Their mine spotted here by T's engineers, and they should be able to clear that even while under heavy fire from the German light tanks, which gained Veteran 2. Pack getting blasted there in the south. They got a big counter push into the southern area there, taking advantage of the Germans. May just north push here. Very nicely played there by Tim. Lots of guardsmen there in the north, though things looking a bit rough here. Northern fuel point being secured. Still, oh, we got takeover there for Lyconius. Wunderbar. As for Tomakaze, it is very much time to look like he is stalling here for the Jaeger. North light vehicles on probation. And just more waiting for repairs. T7 takes some harder hits in the south here. The continued advance here from Tim takes advantage again of the Germans focusing on the centre flame. How to push back here. Attempting, I think, by the other side to really outflank the other side, which of course is, I don't know, great for who. But it certainly doesn't benefit either really much. I mean, in this case, I would say Tim probably, because again, he's the one actually doing something remotely resembling flanking, though he's not trying to flank the Germans here. He's just trying to sort of sneak around. Big guards push here. Front line here lacks something to hold back the Russians. Got a sniper out now here for Lyconius, rather late addition here. Field gun on the way there for T. This is 3. And Gartner getting absolutely shot to bits for the flamethrower and the grenadiers. Northern points are being seized. Back here in reinforcement, and over here we got Pioneers on the way, hopefully to build that spot armor core and get out some armor fast. More cash now for Tim putting out 3 guardsmen. On the other hand, he's down to just 1 pin per squad. T that remains with his 3 Strafniki. Puma gains veterans 1 sniper repulse there. And we got a Stuka's visit to Tomakaze. I mean, again, it very much just looks like a yacked Tiger Stall. Of course, he's still 8 command points away, but at some point, I mean, you can't just sort of keep going for light vehicles out of his acting to stall for it, but we'll have to see there. As for Lyconius, no support core. No, I need to tier 4, and I'd certainly not recommend that. That's going to give the Russians more time to pull ahead with medium armor as well, though neither so far committed to it. In particular, T, of course, with T-35s available. Good benefit from quickly escalating into particularly that department. In the south, Lyconius have the counterattack against Tim's forces. Mine there spotted by Lyconius pioneers. Mein Gott, those rations are always so sloppy, and there you go. Puma hits a mine. Good work there by Tim, the overall mining. They've certainly done a bit there to disrupt Tomakaze and Lyconius at times. Telemine, by the way, is gone. Looks like it's cleared out. Something else has happened. Out of the way. Almost got the T. Any damage. Then you can't pursue. Stuck the foot out for Tomakaze. Lyconius. Nothing happening there. Push here. Luke's moving in. Virtually 2. And Puma got taken out here by a flanking T-70. Nice work there by T. Very nice flanking. Now continues to just further course of sharpening over the German attack. He, as Tomakaze finds himself hit in the rear by the T-70. We got both Lyconius and Tomakaze with infantry trying to put an end to this. Panzerfaust, Flubs, and the tank rifle should be able to do the job, and there you go. Should have time taking out the T-70 big south here. We've got a big infantry push here from Tim. Guardsman just charging forward with a bit penalty for support. Hoorah, comrades! Couldn't we maybe spread out a bit? Spreading out is for fascists. And then mine goes off there, costing Tomakaze all of his light vehicles. Well, except for the Stukas at first, but that's not quite going to be the same as the looks of the Puma, to be honest. Guards not being wiped out. That's going to be helpful there if we can get it. There we go. Guards wiped down here. Tim is actually taking some heavy casualties against the Germans. So that's good. It does leave T here to sort of have to carry more of the weight, so if the Germans can take advantage of this, he might have a chance there. We got more mines. Oh, we got to take up there for Tim. T, though, remains not. And again, considering he's the one who can push out T for the 55, you'd figure he'd put, trying a bit harder there. Instead, T is going for the half track. Now the question is, T going for it for the upgrade, or is he going for it for the reinforcement? As that could go either way here with the T. Tragouts looks like Tomakaze's plan to stall on this as a battle group headquarters has been cut off, and Lyconius now goes for Jaeger Armour. So they both have doctrines that involve really big tank destroyers. Both of which, by the way, are very unwieldy, very niche, and that feels like a bit of a strategic blunder to me. I mean, it's, like kind of something the Tiger tank, I feel that'd be a bit of a better choice, but both Jaeger Armour and Breakthrough, and at least Tomakaze seems to be stalling for the Yakti. I mean, I hope that Lyconius doesn't try to do that as well and stall for a elephant, because that'd be, I think, a strategic, a large mistake. It could very well be game ending, because even the Russian gets out a lot of big stuff. I mean, we've got mechanized supports on ISU, seems very light, and even the IS2, but still, once they're gone, I mean, there's still going to be a lot of Russian infantry, a lot of guardsmen, and that's kind of where the elephant Yakti is not going to be quite as well suited. Anyways. T for the front here for Tim to back up his troops. Very nice work here for the first mechanized corps. Pack 40 in the way for Lyconius after Zion got hauled off by the engineers. Rather reckless move there. This Pack 40 got easily punished here by the Russians. And now he is without any anti-tank support. The North rocket strike off here. We can see that the northern line for T is crumbling just ever so slightly. It seems like he's got a second line here already ready to resist further German advances in the east here. Tim, though, is easily warding off Lyconius, who's still not behind that support. Caught sniping in the west, back up his teammate Tomakaze, half moving ahead, noting it has not been upgraded. Kind of guessed he would, but I don't know. I mean, it's great if you can sort of use it to other purposes, and that, you know, actually use the transport troops. Just reinforced. I mean, it's really powerful actually with the certain support teams, as they're rather large. They're harder just to wipe, and the more you just reinforce the front line. So I mean, this creates a sustained offensive and defensive operation there for T in the south. T-44 there, it's slowly being pressured, but it remains in a good spot here. One kill so far, but I imagine the kill tally will soon be climbing. Lyconius, yeah. That very much is looking like an elephant stall. Doing the elephant dance. As his teammate is stalling for the Yak-Tiger. Again, definitely not what I recommend, and personally not a big fan. But I'm liking the half-track play here from T. Note the Russians primarily use them just for transporting stuff around. The years less use them for frontline troop movements, because I think they didn't have enough to go around to the East. You know, use them sort of logistical purpose, shift them from unit to unit where needed. I believe, though. I might be wrong. There you go. Half-track into the rocket in there for that. Takes a nasty hit as the 18-minute rocket pierces through the thin armor, and there you go. Second rocket finishes off the job, leaving T short 1 M5 half-track. Which is a fun note. Actually had mountings to add 250 caliber machine guns, one on each side of this sort of infantry compartment. That was rarely used, but a little fun fact there. Next, I'm dealing with advancing infantry. These pills from ringing got more than point here being seized. Maximum dealing with the Panzer standing about here in the center here. Germans holding forts. Got the Stukas trying again. So far, 1 kill. Doesn't seem like it goes over the best investment here for Tomakaze, but to be honest, the Stukas tends to be a very weak investment for most players, since it is pretty tricky to get any good kills with. Pack 40 tank direct hit from the Panzer. They can only fit, or T-44 tank direct hit from it. Bit of a fumble there by me. My apologies. My apologies. The guys poured in there, T can call in the IS-2, so that's what he's stalling for. A bit more successfully, I would say. Lyconius is close to the elephant, but Tomakaze is dealt some time off here from the Yak-Tiger. I mean, had he not gone for the Stukas, which again I would note has killed one thing for him so far, I mean, he's probably pretty close to the Yak-Tiger by now. Lyconius has more or less got everything he's got for the elephant. Heavy tank destroyers, he's short of, well, the command points, which is not much further here for him. If I was just going to run there, maybe just gaining the points he needs. Burn, you Russian shrine, burn! That's not very nice, Helmut. You should be nicer to pigs. So tasty. Panzer flanking up here, eventually 3, very nice work there. Lyconius super close to the elephant tank destroyer. Incredibly close. Now going to tank rifle gate goes off. Field gun hanging back here for T. Terminal man at some point is going to be stalling for the ISU as well. At least he's got medium tanks, so it'll help him do that. Lyconius incredibly close. There you go. He can call in the elephant. He can call it in. Heavy tanks right here for Lyconius, cause T will be aware of it and most likely tell his teammate. Thanks to radio intercept. So there we go. Elephant heavy tanks right here for Lyconius. Whereas again, Tomakaze stalling for the elephant. So we're going to be seeing 2 heavy tank destroyers and likely 1 heavy assault gun. Though technically, both the elephant and the Yak-Tiger were assault guns as well. Thing is, Guderian really wanted the Stu, but because he couldn't get it, he just hijacked every tank destroyer program in the process. Well, assault gun program. Rather assaulting, for example, the elephant and the Yak-Tiger being designated as tank destroyers, though apparently they were assault guns. Initially decided as, anyways. It's a little fun fact there. Signs of that, for example, includes the whole machine gun, which you really only need if you're actually intending to fight infantry, which tank destroyers generally aren't, but assault guns are. So there you go, nice rocket strike. You're actually getting some kills in for once with that Stukas. Excellent work here for Tomakaze for once. Germans are pushing back the Russians. See the Russians, so need to be carefully, a bit worried about the development situation. There you go, Panzer's getting eventually 4. Really good stuff here. Really good stuff there in the east. You can see Tim slow losing ground. We got captured there though. Fought Tomakaze. 1 Panzer was fought down. Flampanzerwagen there. The third one again here for Lyconius, burning through the guards and scorching them. Horribly there, Maxim hanging about. Lyconius, I should never get that support corps to bring up some backup for the elephant tank destroyer. There you go, nice hit from the Pack 40 flamethrower check down. That is the third one down. You rarely actually see more than one, maybe two is like rarity. But 3 is just completely right out. And we got an artillery call in here. That seems... I have no idea why he's calling in there. I mean, my best guess is it's a misclick. He's just desperate. I mean, probably more like calling in there. I mean, the assault artillery is not one of the worst artillery abilities. Well, it is one of the worst. It's not the worst, but I definitely rate assault artillery is just one of the worst abilities. Now, in theory, it's a cool idea, but the way it works, it's just hyper inefficient most of the time. Anyways, we got air recons out here for Lyconius, trying to spot out what Ivan is up to. Lyconius is a few minutes off here from the Jagdtiger heavy tank destroyer. Elephant coming in the center here with its high velocity in the gun. Tifa moving in the direct hit from the Panzer Economic Fencing and the sniper clearing up for the Maxim crew. 18 kills for Das Fasan. Katyusha on the way here for Tim. T, similarly to Lyconius, would benefit from taking up, bring up medium armor to back up the heavies. West got the Armoured moving up the elephant there, sensing him. Just saw it with air consoles, bring up the elephant to deal and counter with the IS-2 there. And there you go, first hit there. Elephant shoots, penetrates the elephant's, or the IS-2's frontal armor there. Sorry, it's a bit late here, I'm a bit tired. Shot fired here, IS-2 falling back. In the east here we got a bit of skirmish going on. Guard from Kills fighting with the Pioneers, and a machine gun 90 position here by Lyconius. Force wise, he's a bit struggling otherwise. I mean, he's inflicting quite a mauling here. He's kind of lacking armor to back it up at the moment. Or at least some, shall we say, higher grade infantry like panzer gunners or something. In terms of falling back, like Tomakaze is very close to the Jagdtiger. He's 10 feet away and, well, roughly a minute's manpower away there, so that'll be 2 heavy tank destroyers. Meanwhile, Tim there is not going for the ISU, which certainly would struggle as both a Jagdtiger and an elephant. That, of course, would be something quite of a sight there with the heavy assault gun versus the 2 heavy tank destroyers. Finish with his guardsmen, opening up with the light machine guns, and apparently an anti-tank rifles there. These pilfered from some dead guardsmen. I don't know why you're running around with that thing. It's big, it's fun to shoot, yeah, but it doesn't hit the Russians very well. And Elephant gets off a nice hit on the T-34. The 88mm gun there easily penetrating the frontal armor and tearing through it. Fuel-wise, the Russians are getting ahead of the Germans quite aggressively. Tomakaze is just so close to the Jagdtiger, so close. There you go. So now we got a Jagdtiger and an elephant heavy tank on the field. That is just utter madness. Bonkers, even. It's not like they're vastly more different in terms of expense. I mean, this Jagdtiger costs more fuel and it's 1 command per more, but I would say it ended up doing a lot more than the elephant since you can actually deal with infantry thanks to the supporting barrage rounds there. Fuel net core cleared up, but the IS-2 that flanks in clears up the Fulton gun, at least threatens to do so. Maxim rolling up here. Fulton trying to panzerfaust it, doesn't quite work out here. Tomakaze's force mostly on the defense, at least waiting for something to happen there like that Jagdtiger. Machine gun Pioneers, another wipe here. Another loss. Fulton squad that bit the dust. Elephant on a heavy fire here. The Germans are a bit struggling here. Victory points wise, they are close, but map control wise, the Germans are a bit of an awkward spot here. Jagdtiger moving up here. IS-2 nearby. Can he land the hit? Can he take it out? There you go. Direct hit on the IS-2 from the elephant. Maxim in the way there. He could try and clear it out here with the supporting fire. Air support in there from T in the north here to slow down the Germans' advance. In the south here, Lyconius seems breaking off things in the opposite with some of the Russian tanks. We've got Katyusha fire here to further disrupt things. Support them is rushed off. Jagdtiger not trying supporting fire. There you go. The T-Sun going for a flank line, trying to rush the base. We've got a heavy panzer corps up here for Lyconius at this stage. Interesting choice there. Most likely going to be Sturmpanzer. The Panther to back up the elephant would not be a bad idea. We'll keep its flanks quite secure versus any armoured moves. There you go, T-Flip's going to go for the elephant's flank here. Oh. Machine guns down there, Lyconius taking staggering losses. Elephant that managed to avoid getting flanked by the elephant there. But T-Flip on, there you go. Rams it, stalling it right in front of the enemy pack. Follow that is bad news. Last two here being pushed back by the Jagdtiger. Elephant needs to get out of there. Schnell. Absolute chaos and disorder range on the battlefield. Pack forward, the crew that's going to wipe out. There we go. Lyconius with the Sturmpanzerfear. A Sturpa. Which to blast the rations into tiny pieces. The question is, can they do that fast enough? And there we go, second pack 40 in the hands of Tim. That's going to make things a lot more difficult for Lyconius in terms of armoured movements. Tomakaze's Jagdtiger probably should try and exercise some supporting fire here against the enemy. Looks like Tim is actually now stalling here for the ISU, having lost his armour. He's going to aim for that big assault gun. Grenade off, wiping out his machine gun crew again. This time though, permanently, so he can't recover from inside. Sturmpanzer arriving here for Lyconius. Katyusha, if I got the ISU that blasts with his machine gun. On top we got a Katyusha out for T, no T-45s, and there you go, Tim with the ISU. So we got an ISU, we got an ISU, and we got the Jagdtiger and we got the elephant. That is definitely some heavy armour. And an aircraft that went down. Jagdtiger being rashed, machine gun blazing away at the advancing peons with the trying to avoid it. Sturmpanzer support as well here, very good. There you go, crossing dead cover, halts them, finding the tracks panzer there. Oh, got wiped out his veteran, his ace panzer for this. A staggering loss there for Tomakaze at this stage of the fight. ISU rolling ahead here for Tim. Sturmpanzer moves forwards, elephant nearby. Jagdtiger needs to get back in the action as well here. There you go. Peons was under fire. Big 2 points wise, 147 now versus 297. The Germans are rapidly falling behind the rations. We got a bombing strike called in here. Oh, air support again by T. It's Tim that's got the bombing strike. You need to get the elephant in to help you with the ISU. The Sturmpanzer is definitely not going to cut it. Got in the northern fuel. Tomakaze going for the flak half track. Probably have to deal with the third air support at this stage. Tired of the Russian Air Force going to just ruin his day. And there we go. Direct hit here from the elephant on the ISU. Panzer going to be out for Lyconius to cut out those out soon. I think for more aggression and better flanking options here versus the Russians. Versus the 1st Mechanized Corps. Panzer they're dealing with engineers, but San in this case not a good situation and did not work out very well for them. Aircraft shut down by the ISU, which then proceeded to almost wipe out the Panzer Grenadiers on the retreat. Push here through with the Sturmpanzer backed up with the Jagdtiger, so the terrain is ensuring the Jagdtiger cannot back it up since there's a shed in the way. It's definitely less than optimal placement of your Jagdtiger when you literally place a right behind a shed. Elephant back here with his IS. 2 flak after almost on there for Tomakaze. IS2 falling back. T-Flip on the way there for T. Very good, very good. Lyconius going for more grenadiers. Fixing up the ISU 152, the Sphero boy. Stukas of there were 12 kills still. Might slightly increase the kill count. It does not, though it gets close to 22. Which does help out a bit. Pack 4 is creeping ahead here, using the doctrinal anti-tank and ambush tactics. There, nice play there by Tim, rarely utilised, but creeping up here very slowly with the Pack 4 to some ambush the German armor take. That means try and go for a target weak point ambush there. Stukas or Sturmpanzer almost taken out here for Lyconius. They managed to pull it back. Jagdtiger is just doing nothing. And that's kind of the problem with the elephant and the Jagdtiger, where you still need to find the enemy armor, and until then they just, you know, very large table ornaments, lawn ornaments. Then it's being suppressed to try to pull ahead. The ISU moving forward to the line of fire here. The elephant tank putting down to half health. Nice work there. In the west, the Jagdtiger slowly working. And there you go. He finally got some supporting fire here from Tomakaze, trying to seize the continue operation. That field gun gets away though, but still was close here for Tomakaze. Got it. Grenadiers wiped out. Lyconius really beginning to bleed out here versus the Russians now. And overall, as you can see here, the elephant and the ice is just not, or not elephant, but the Jaeger and the elephant are just not really, shall we say, doing a lot for the Germans, and it's just like they aren't, doing what they need to do, which is make really big pushes with them because they're not fast enough, flexible enough, and also just too niche. So the Germans overall have, rather to an extent, crippled their options, I think, but just both going for Jaeger and elephant, whereas Russians, stayed a bit more flexible, in part because the IS-2 is more flexible, but also Tim actually tech for armor first. And the IS-2 is also just more flexible, since it can always deal with infantry and armor. There you go, catching the teeth for a nice hit here. Troops in the trench being blasted with rocket fire, but not enough to put it out of its misery. Russians hanging up for the south. We've got a Katyusha barrage off here from Tim to silence any fascists that displease him. And the Stukas was about to go down here to the rockets, and there you go, direct hit. Takes it out. Aircraft goes down as well. Everything just comes crashing down here for the Germans, it seems. Lyconius forces are not looking good. The infantry reinforcement machine gun being swamped. We got the flak after that coming up the flanks. We got a air support again. Inbound from T. No bombing strikes here. Flak after going to have to do something to take down that one. Push up here by T in the west with the IS-2. Aircraft are down here with the flak after. I imagine another one will be joining the cemetery soon. And there we go. Now the aircraft down more or less crashing down there with the Stuka crashed. Nice crinky dink here. Pack squad here being pushed back though by the Grenadiers, packed out the machine gun IS-2 moving down. We got the IS-2's there, the Jaeger moving down. I don't know why I keep mislabeling the Jaeger for some reason, but I keep consistently doing it. I am calling it the elephant, I'm calling it the IS-2. I do not know why, but I guess I'm just having one of those days. It's just, I'm really unimpressed by the Jaeger on some punches level, even less than the elephant, and it's just causing me to keep calling anything else. But anyways, IS-2 went down, and that's good here. Elephant and Jaeger have to do some damage, then take it out with the Alpha Strike. Great work there for Tomakaze and Lyconius. Now there's just the IS-2 and all of the other Russians, which are on their way. Particularly more or less at full pop cap, so he's rather the challenge here. 40 points left as the Russians run 9-7. Jaeger there with 2 kills, slowly approaching Veteran did 2, which would certainly help him out a lot. Engineers wiped out man loss here for Tim. There you go. Nice shooting here on the Maxim. Great hit from the pack forward in the Sturmpanzer, and there you go. Maxim pushed away, in fact, almost wiped out that bit of loss there for Tim. And there's got the Jaeger moving in and closing in to 2. Almost got the Jaeger. Can Jaeger take it out here? That's going to be great for the Germans. Missed the IS-2 there. Missed it. Super close to the 2. Veteran T2. Victory points being gained here and there. Panzers moving forward there for Lyconius for the 24th Panzer Division. Going for some of those packs. Got people moving in to intercept. Lyconius Sturmpanzer ready to do alongside the elephant. Both got any repairs, though I would say the Sturmpanzer is more pressing. You've got a bank grenade off here. Didn't work out for the Panzer Grenadier at all. Nice and thin output rams here by Tomakaze catching the pack forward there, almost taking it out. Stukas of us again here for Tomakaze. Repair pioneers always done there, can quickly fix up the Sturmpanzer. Very nice work there. All 3 victory points on German control should allow them to quickly bleed out the rations, but of course, can they win the fight? Is the bigger question. Elephant there, eventually 2 points with these Territorial Strafniki in the west. Assault rifles on the way, but they need machine guns to stop this, or at least the flak half-tech, which in itself is needing repairs. He could try and use the supporting fire here from the Jaeger to help deal with some of this. And he's pushing up here as well. They need to do something about those victory points fast before they begin bleeding out again. And they're certainly, I think, at the spot where they cannot afford that. Here he comes out again. Sturmpanzer almost good to go. We got another Sturmpanzer for Lyconius. He's going to just go all in there, trying to just kick in the door. Jaeger opening up here, supporting fire in the field gun again. That's apparently anything useful. Machine gun and tank gun taken out here for Tomakaze. Quite lost. So Murati being holded by the MU-34 flak half take essentially acts as the second line of defense. Yakti with 3 kills. There you go. Field gun crew dead. 4 kills. Grenadiers from the flank here. Sturmpanzer setting up. Supporting some Grenadiers being held up here by the Russians in the west. Nice flank here. Maxim pushed back. We got the IS-2 moving about. Tim seemingly stalled for another IS-2. Not sure. Big fan of that. There you go. Both Sturmpanzers ready here for Lyconius. Will make the push for the fuel point here, which actually be quite vulnerable to the double Sturmpanzers with a bit of infantry. Elephant in the west continues. Yaxi there. Oh, something got shot down again. I'm guessing that is Lyconius' Kron's aircraft. There you go. Double Sturmpanzers just bombards the eastern side, causing Tim's line to crumble like a paper cap beneath the mighty jackboot of the German Empire. More ponies on the way there for Lyconius that repair stuff. Pretty good idea. Sturmpanzers advancing straight into the double packs here, ambushed up. Nice work there. First Sturmpanzer could go down. Panzer's there at the point, but without smoke can't easily grab it. So yeah, a bit of an unfortunate development here for Lyconius. Nice setup there by Tim. We got Tomakaze moving up here with his Yak support. We got the careful. We got the T-54 moving in here, and we still got the IS-2 about somewhere. Yak getting a bit of an awkward spot. Can you flank? But there we got the Elephant covering up the flank. Can it work? Oh, there we go. Nice hit. Nice hit. Rockets flying down. His Stukas of Fuzz is down. Or was that the flak half track? Oh, that was the flak half track. Okay, I guess that's something in some ways. In other ways, not so much. But there you go. T-55 outmaneuvers both of them. Now he's going to get the Stukas of Fuzz. Oh, it misses. It misses point blank. I hate when that happens. I'm sure Tomakaze, at least for a brief while, is appreciative of it. But there you go. T-55 shattered by the 2 heavy tanks. So of course now the rears are exposed. Sturmpanzer stopped up here, but the Pack 4 is going to take out the same Sturmpanzer. Well, IS-2 moving in, and that's the Sturmpanzer down. Abandoned. Quite a loss for the German army. Still at 40 points versus the Russians 210. Big push up here. Loss of the Sturmpanzer when they got nowhere dealing with the infantry. IS-2 rolls with the Veteran T2. 6 kills there, and Veteran T2. The Elephant is, well, slowly approaching Veteran T3. Russian assault, they're just going on here on the Germans. Quick grenade here. 10 kills there. 8 infantry and 2 armoured. Flak half track out. Lyconius, I'm guessing, is running about trying to do something. He's not having a load of success with it. 200 points left here for the Russians. 28 kills there. Panzer is wiped out. Getting close here, but still looks favoured for the Russians. Unit wiped here. I believe that was the Yaxi that did the job there with some supporting fire. Yes, indeed. More units being obliterated here this time by the ISU. Just utter casualties. Utter carnage. No survivors. Another flak half take here for Tomakaze. More units being shattered. They got barely any infantry left, which is what they need to grab the points. They're not playing against the Russians who can use their armor to grab points. They gotta use infantry. Photos moving in, Grenadiers moving in as well here. Guardsman pushed away. Losing a fire from the ISU. Skirmishing around the wreckage of a Sturmpanzer by the main road. Heavy assault down it over heavy tanks are assaulting back here, not really again doing much. I mean, the Arctic is the one's best met to support the assault with it supporting fire. The Elephant has to wait for some armor to people can't do anything, which rather limits again its sort of offensive capabilities. More Panzers is out, but it's just falling apart for the Germans. They're down to 32 here. Down to 32, they've just barely got any troops. Beat halfway to it to the Arctic. Shot bounced. Second shot that went through. Those starting Pack 40s have been an absolute nightmare here for Lyconius and Tomakaze, definitely a big loss here for Lyconius that he handed over both packs there to his opponent like that. And Katusha fire here, taking out a full screen. He's got more. German army here seems more or less crippled.
We have a forward structure under attack. Frontier building has
Bunker down.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Elephant on a hunt there. Half 8 of actually 3. There you go. GG though, it's from team, not the losers. Because Lyconius and Tomakaze at this stage of say are not winning by far. Jaeger shoots half 8 of actually 3. Bombing strike in here from Tim. First time he calls it in. But yeah, 6 points left. It's pretty much game over. And there we go, GG, game over. A loss here for the Germans. The 24th Panzer Division has been defeated. Overall, I mean, I'd say part of the issue is just they kind of both went for big tank destroyers when they kind of needed more medium armor to push through and they need something to get on the offensive, whereas those two are not particularly good at it. That was, I think, one of the major issues. In addition, there were some issues there for Lyconius losing over both packs. That's it in. That was definitely not good. The Russians particularly able to get great advantage. They're also, I think, more flexible, more movable. Whereas again, the which was there for the Germans. So over again, had to think push more for medium armor and you try to put more aggression on the enemy instead of just stalling for the heavy tank destroyers, which again are very niche equipment. They probably had, I think, much better chance there versus the Russian. But again, they rather end up paying themselves into a corner with that. Additionally, I feel like Lyconius may be able to benefit from another MG42 and some more aggressive maneuvers with it. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it. This is Imperial LinkedIn. Cheers. Thank you for watching. See you all tomorrow for an awesome episode. Bye.